Notice how at the heart of everything we do is a supreme love of oneself. We really wish ourselves well. All our activities, all our thoughts are centered around wishing oneself well. The things we want, the things we don't want, what we want to do, who we want to hang out with. Everything is just so that we can create well-being for ourselves. But notice how acting on behalf of the person we take ourselves to be becomes selfishness. It's what we call in the world as selfishness. And selfishness is given a negative connotation because it's just self-centered, centered around the person I am, and oftentimes in disregard to others and the rest of life. And selfishness is the same thing as self-concern. So the self, in these terms, selfishness and self-concern, is being referred to as a personal self, the person that I take myself to be. And notice how all self-concern is, if I'm gonna be okay, if I'm safe, if I'm ever gonna make it, if I'm gonna have well-being, financially, health, and well-being in relationships, if things are gonna go okay, if life will support me, if I am in danger. So this is self-concern. And the self at the heart of these concerns is the person that I take myself to be. And these concerns motivate us to act in selfish ways, in ways that are focused in only creating well-being for this person that I take myself to be, even if it comes at the expense of another person's feelings or another person's well-being or the well-being of other things, other living things or non-living things. So when we act based on self-concern, just for the sake of this person's well-being, we oftentimes create chaos in the world around us, just for the sake of bringing our own self well-being. Just take a look at your life in the past when you have acted based on self-concern, what I usually call your lower nature: fear, jealousy, greed, envy. It always causes the opposite effect. It actually creates dysfunction not only for others, but also for yourself. It completely disturbs your internal state. At the root of selfishness is it's this notion that if I do this, if I act on this, I will create well-being for myself, internally and externally. But what happens is the opposite. Outside we create dysfunction, and then internally our state becomes even more disturbed, which causes us to be in a greater state of self-concern, therefore in a greater state of acting with selfishness. So my invitation to you today is to replace self-concern with self-love, with love of the self. And it's very, very simple. Because if you're going to have to solve all of this, you can't start on the outside. You have to go to the root of the issue. Don't stay on the surface. That's always been my approach. Don't try to solve things on the surface. Go to the root of the problem and solve it there. And so we're going to replace self-concern with love of the self. And this requires self-observation. It requires greater attentiveness to your mental state, your mental dialogue. And you are asked to catch yourself when you find your attention dwelling in thoughts of self-concern. What is going to happen to me? Will this be taken care of? If I'm going to be okay? What is this other person going to think of me? Things like that. And in a very, very simple way, rather than keeping your attention in those narratives, which all they are is narratives, concepts, scenarios. They have no reality at all. So rather than keeping your attention instilled in those narratives, in those projections, you simply bring your attention to yourself. The self is not hard to find. It's at the heart of your experience. Rather than having your attention on the thoughts of self-concern, you simply keep bringing the attention back to yourself. To the sense you experience, you feel, you intuitively sense as the sense I am, me, myself. In a very simple way, you just keep making this adjustment. Every time you catch yourself in self-concern, you just bring your attention back to the self. And you'll notice how all of these concerns fall away. And what they are concerned about starts to take care of itself. You yourself will stop acting in selfish ways. And even without being selfish, your well-being will be more secured than ever. It is here in love of the self where not only will you start to really discover what you are beyond the person you take yourself to be, but also you will discover that life takes care of life, that you are not separate from life, that life needs to take care of you, but that you are that one intelligence, that you are life. The whole mystery starts to reveal itself. The deep and dense clouds of confusion, of negativity, of concern start to scatter away because you're no longer supporting them with your attention. And when clouds scatter away, all that is left is the bright blue sky. That which always was there, but was obscured by the cover of cloud. So in this way, this is my invitation to you today. Replace self-concern, selfishness with love of the self. And in practice, it looks just like this, in a very simple way. You simply take your attention away from thoughts of self-concern, constantly thinking of yourself and your world, to yourself, the sense I am. This will be a little difficult in the beginning because here you have nothing to hold on to. In thoughts, you're always holding on to some idea of yourself, some feeling, some circumstance, some person. You're always holding on to something. And in this way, the ego survives by constantly holding on to something and feeding off of it. So when you keep bringing your attention to yourself, you'll see that there's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to put your attention on. But I want you to stick with it. Don't get scared. Because you'll find that just like, in the beginning when you were just learning how to ride a bike and you didn't know how to balance, when you get through that phase of not knowing how to balance, soon, balances itself. Or the bike balances itself. So stick with this. And you will discover what I'm talking about. And the rest will take care of itself. That's my invitation to you. If you have questions about this, you can put them in the comments below. I'll try to get back to you. I'm giving out a free class right now. It's called Awaken to Your Formless Self. It will actually go deeper on this very principle that we just spoke of. So you can view that. I'll link it down below in the description. And if you would like my help in dissolving mind identification, becoming free from suffering your experience, and really awakening to your true position, your formless self, prior to the person you take yourself to be, the body and the self-image, then you can also learn more about my School of Awakening. I'll link that down below as well. I hope the video helped. I'll see you next time.